right, we just talked about whether you think kissing is cheating. We heard from both sides that called in. We had a guy call in and say, no, it's not considered cheating. We had a woman call in and say, it is, which goes with that study that we were talking about.
Yeah, so like we've been talking about, we have a professional matchmaker, Jaida from It's Just Lunch, D.C.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
So let's just say, well, what do you consider, is kissing considered cheating? Let's start with that.
Well, kissing ultimately is not considered cheating if you are not in a legally binding relationship. So if you're in you're just dating, we're talking about dating, not marriage.
Okay.
It's a little bit different, and it can be a little bit different with men versus women. So some women may say it's cheating because there's a huge emotional component to it.
Right.
But for men, some men, they may say it's not. It's nothing more than just a handshake or a pat on the back.
Correct.
I mean, literally, when we heard from our very own viewers, I mean.
So let's say you get a client like me, single, and I'm like, I want to find somebody that doesn't think kissing is cheating. Is that a thing is that something you should lead with in a relationship? Like, how are you?
Do you cheat?
Yeah, just so you know, I like to kiss random people.
Yeah, no, but I will say, in the beginning, you want to make sure that you have that conversation. You want to make sure that you keep the lines of communication open because you're dating.
Right.
So if you're both not on the same page, then there can be a little bit of a gray area to where neither one of you are sure what's happening.
Eileen, you'd never want to be with somebody that thought that was okay.
No, I wouldn't, because I want that person to be with me solely.
Right. And did you and Derek talk about that?
No, I just
You never
figured
had a
it was
conversation
implied
like that.
we were both, it's like, hey, we're in this committed relationship and we're only doing things with one another.
Right.
But it's just, again, just kind of going back to gender. I mean, it's, like you said, I mean, it's so different for men and women.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty simple to determine because there's two components to it. So, of course, like I said, there's the emotional piece, but then there's the physical piece as well. So it's pretty simple to determine what the physical piece would be. But that emotional component is so important, especially if you haven't had those conversations.
But here's my thing. We wouldn't be talking about cheating right now if it didn't happen in relationships. So it happens. And I'm kind of from the mindset of like, let's avoid it from happening and be like, if you want to go kiss some random once in a while, I don't really care. I think love is monogamous, sex is not. And that's where I think the distinguishment is. And I know I'm not trying to win you over because
No. I guess, what am I, considered old school?
Well,
here,
no, I think you're
not necessarily.
Right.
Yeah, and there, it also goes, there's a fine line because when I think of, making out with someone or kissing someone else, then there's also that line of, was it something that was building up and there is that emotional connection, or was it, I just had way too many drinks at the bar and there was this guy next to me and we just started hooking up. But then, I mean, are these conversations that you should be having in your relationship?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because you have to make sure you're both on the same page. So when you're dating, it could be simple. You could be dating 5 other people at the same time because you're just dating. But if you're in a committed relationship, you have to have that conversation so that you are both on the same page.
All right, we have a list of whether or not some acts are considered cheating. So let's bring that list up here.
Okay.
Flirting.
Yeah, so flirting can be tricky. Everybody flirts. Let's be honest. Everybody flirts every now and then, but it's how far you take that flirting. If it's friendly, if it's light, and it stops there, then it's fine. But if you take it to more of an intimate level, then that becomes a violation.
I agree with that.
No, I completely agree. Now we were talking about, we have our cell phones all the time. What if, you're texting, someone all the time?
We text all the time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's how our society is. But it goes back to flirting as well. You have to keep it light. If it's just a hello, that's not necessarily cheating. But if you take it a little more intimate and the text becomes pictures, more visual, that's cheating.
Okay.
And finally, which I've never been able to understand this one, if somebody thinks others are attractive.
Yes, that happens. We all think people may be attractive, but you don't act on it. So if you're with somebody in a committed relationship and you think someone is attractive, You don't go up to that person and say, hey, can I call you? Let's go
Oh,
out.
right. You don't do that.
You
but I
don't
think
do
you
that.
should be able to turn to your partner and say,
Wow, geez.
super hot.
Absolutely.
I have
Absolutely.
friends that were in, well, that person's no longer in that relationship, but like he was afraid to say that in front of his partner. Like, I'm like, you're wrong with the wrong person then. Like,
Well, it's communication. It
Yeah.
all goes back to keeping it open in the beginning.
And what do they say? Something like, you know, you've already ordered, but like you can still look at the menu
yeah,
or something like that.
I mean, people, these brains
We are humans.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Like, don't fight what's natural.
Right.
Like, your brain is meant to do that. And I do think that when women finally cheat, and I think that's really the big difference. When women finally will kiss another guy or cheat,
and then they feel bad.
No, well, they're usually ready to move on. They're going to it for like, I'm not getting this from
It's
him.
an emotional thing.
It's an emotional
not-
thing. I'm moving on. I'm gone. Men are just hornballs. They're like, she wants to kiss me, and it's like, you know. So I think that's the other distinguished. I think that's why men can move on just fine, and women are more like.
And it could be also that I think when we're hearing this, you know, about the cheating, you know, for men, I think a lot of men when they hear it, they go, oh, it's just, you know, it's just a quick kiss or something.
Right.
It means
Right.
nothing. Whereas I think more women, just I think
Much more
how we are
Yeah.
made up, you know, we are sometimes a little bit more emotional with things.
Which is good. We need that in our world. Otherwise,
Yes,
we'd be
we
an
do.
absolute mess.
Absolutely.
Okay, if you don't want to cheat and you want to be in a relationship, where can people find out more information?
I am at itsjustlunchdc.com.
Jaida, thank you so much. Always
Thank
great to see
you.
you.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right.